Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Education Streaming Daily, and today we're going to be discuss about the new topic that is evaporation. And this is the topic from the year 8 books, Key Stage 3 Science Student Book year 8, and the subject is chemistry and the topic is evaporation from the page number 96. Each and everything I'll definitely mention in the description, and the series editor of this book is the Ed Walsh and the author is Tracy Baxter. And definitely I mention each and everything in the description below so that you can easily understand from which book and from which topic we are going to be discuss. All right, this is the British curriculum, and each and every topic I'll definitely upload on the channel, and you can understand the topic very easily. So without wasting your time, just begin the video. Evaporation, we are going to be discuss about the evaporation. And slide number 2 we have, you will able to understand after the watching the video, after understanding the topic, definitely you will able to understand about the evaporation and as well as the difference between boiling and evaporation. So these are our lesson objective we are going to be discuss. All right, and the slide number 3 we have some warm-up question, and these are the question and that to check your previous knowledge. You have any idea about it, about these question, what are clouds made of, and what is the boiling point of a water and how much of earth is water. These are some question, very simple question, and if you know the answer, you can write your answer in the comment section below and I'll definitely check it out. These are some warm-up question to check your previous knowledge. So let's move on. The slide number 4 we have, this is kind of a simple picture for evaporation, and definitely this topic is very easy, and the way I'll describe, you'll definitely understand each and everything. Slide number 5 we have evaporation, how you can define the evaporation. It is the process by which an element or a compound transition from its liquid state to its gaseous state. The only thing happen in the evaporation, and you have to be memorized what it's the element, any element or a compound, the transition from its liquid state to its gaseous state below the temperature at which it boils. So how you can define the evaporation. While boiling is actually the rapid vaporization of a liquid, just opposite of the evaporation. Evaporation is a very slow process, and boiling, it's a rapid process, fast process of a liquid which occurs when a liquid is heated to its a boiling point. Okay, and the third one is vapor, a substance diffused or suspended in the air, especially when normally liquid or solid. So these are some new words, or we can say the key words. Evaporation, definitely we're going to be discussed in this video, and boiling. So you have to be some idea, what is evaporation, how you can define it, what is boiling, and what is vapor. So that is the slide number 5 we're discussing, and next move on the slide number 6. Okay. What is evaporation? As we just discussed, told you earlier, evaporation is a process by which an element or a compound transition from its liquid state to its gaseous state. Just focus on this word, liquid state to gaseous state is the evaporation process below the temperature at which it boils. So this is how you can describe the evaporation. With example, slide number 7. With example, you can understand each and everything. Either we are discussing anything, So now we are discussing about the evaporation. So there are so many examples of evaporation. First one, if you spill some water on the surface, what happened? If you spill some water on the surface and leave it in the sunshine, after a few hours, the water particles will no longer be present and there is no sign of a spill. So this is actually the evaporation. Because all water has evaporated. And you might be noticed this thing, it's very common. And the second example we have cloth drying is another example, of the evaporation. Then what about the perfumes? One of the best and simple example you can understand. Smell from perfumes are also an example of evaporation. And if you know the other example, you can write your answer, you can write your example in the comment section below, so I can judge your previous knowledge and your extra knowledge. If you know any answer and if you know any example, you can write in the comment section below, definitely. And the R in the cloth, what about R in the cloth is the one of the a good example of evaporation. Then there's a glass of water, then there's a sweating process is also the example of evaporation. Then there's a melting a glass of ice and drying of vegetables. These are all the example of evaporation. And rather than these, if you know any other example of evaporation, you definitely have to be right in the comment section below. Okay, so definitely I will check it out. And the next is boiling. Yeah, what is boiling? While discussing about the evaporation, and now we are gonna be discuss about the boiling. Just make it clear also the difference between both of them. Okay, so boiling is the rapid vaporization, the fast process of evaporization, while evaporation is a very slow process. Okay, so boiling is a rapid vaporization of a liquid, and which occurs when a liquid is heated to its boiling point, and the temperature at which the vapor pressure on the liquid is equal to the pressure exerted on the liquid by the surrounding atmosphere. So this is actually the process of a boiling, and we are discussing right now the slide number 9. Now just have a look of the example of boiling, slide number 10. Yeah, example are boiling can be seen when water is heated until it forms steam, and boiling can be seen in the sugar refining and cooking with salt, antifreeze, pressure cooker. These are very simple example of a boiling. And if you know any other example of a boiling, then definitely you can write in the comment section below. All right, so next moving on the slide number 11. These are the difference between boiling and evaporation. Yeah, so these are some things on the which basis boiling and evaporation can be differentiated. The first one is temperature. Yeah, what happened actually in case of evaporation, evaporation occur at any temperature. Yeah, between melting point of a liquid and its boiling point, while in case of a boiling, it's occur only at boiling temperature. That's why it's called boiling. Yeah, it occurs only at a boiling temperature, and whole liquid change into a gases. So on the basis of a temperature, this is one of the difference. And next, energy. Yeah, in case of evaporation, some of the surface particles gain enough energy from the surroundings, from heat or from kinetic energy, to leave surroundings particles in the liquid and becomes a vapor. While in what happened in case of a boiling, in boiling, the water particles gain sufficient energy from their surroundings to leave the liquid. So on the basis of energy, you can be differentiate between both of them, boiling and evaporation. And the third one is the length of process. As I added the picture, and now we're discussing the slide number 13. Evaporation is a slow process, as we discussed earlier. As I told you earlier, evaporation is a slow process, while boiling is rapid process. So this is one of the difference. And the slide number 14, occurrence. Evaporation only on the surface, while boiling on the large mass. Occur on the large mass, while evaporation on the surface only. In case of a bubble formation, you can see the bubble bubble formation is visible in the boiling, while bubbles do not form in case of evaporation. So these are some differentiation between both of them, between boiling and evaporation. Now moving on towards the slide number 15, that is factor affecting evaporation. These are some factor. Actually, there are total 4 factors that affect the process of evaporation. The first one we have wind speed, and the second we have temperature, the third one we have surface area, and the last one we have strength of intermolecular forces. And what happened in the wind speed actually, in faster winds, the slide number 16 right now we are discussing. So what happened in case of wind speed, in faster, which air particles have more kinetic energy, and more energy can therefore be transferred to the evaporating particles of the liquid. And what happened in temperature, slide number 17. At the high temperature, more energy can be transferred to the particles of the liquid by heat, while in case of a surface area, evaporation occurs at the surface of a liquid. With a large surface area, more energy can be transferred. So these are the factors that affect the evaporation. Moving on towards the slide number 18. Strength of intermolecular forces. So this is one of the factors that affect the evaporation. And what happened actually, some liquids such as alcohol have a weaker forces. Alcohol has a weaker forces than others such as water. Water has a strong one. So therefore, with the same amount of energy, more alcohol particles are transferred than water. Okay. Moving on, slide number 19, and this is only for your information, for your knowledge. Maybe possible all of you already know this thing. Evaporation from ocean accounts for 80% of our water delivered as a precipitation, that is rain and snow. Yeah, 80%, you can imagine. And yeah, at the end, moving on, slide number 20, there are some questions, and if you know the answer of that question, and definitely now you will able to answer these questions by watching this video. And if you feeling very any difficulty to answer this question, you can rewind the video and find out the answer. This is the best way. So define boiling with example. There's so many example I mentioned. You can rewind the video and check it out. And yeah, the question number 1, boiling with example. And the question number 2, you have to be answer what are the what are the effects of intermolecular forces on evaporation. So just we discuss intermolecular forces, what the effect of intermolecular forces on the evaporation. Definitely you know the answer, and you have to be right in the comment section below. And the third one is the process. What is the process which a liquid become gas? Yeah, you can write your answer in the comment section below. And yeah, at the end, just to save your time, some exact question along with the answer. And definitely you already know the answer, and if you don't know, just you can check you can cross check your answer with these. So describe one example of evaporation. You can even describe so many examples of evaporation by watching this video. So ironing the clothes. Have you ever noticed that ironing the slightly damp clothes work best to get the wrinkles out? How actually it's happened? What happened? I told you. This is due to the evaporation of water in the clothing. It creates a steaming effect, making damp clothes dry and wrinkle free. So this is how the evaporation works. This is the example of evaporation. The second question we have, the slide number 22. When we sweat, water evaporations from the surface of our skin. Where does the energy needed for evaporation to take place come from? So very simple, and I definitely know all of you know the answer. From the air. Yeah, during sweating, energy comes from the air. And the third one question is the main difference between boiling and evaporation. There are actually so many difference. You can write one or two difference, and I write related to the occurrence. Boiling occurs and rapid evaporation take place slowly, and the evaporation occurs only on the surface, and boiling occurs on the large mass. And if you know any other difference, write your answer in the comment section below. And yeah, there's so many other difference between boiling and evaporation. So this is the slide number 22 we are discussing. Thank you so much for your watching. The only thing in reward I want you just like the video if you like it, if you find this video helpful and informative. So definitely it's a humble request, like this video and also subscribe my channel for more videos. I'll definitely upload each and every topic of this book, and you can just by watching this video you can able to understand each and every topic very keenly. So today we are discussing about the evaporation, and the next video on the new topic. Let's see what we have to be discussed. So you have to be wait for the next video. And this is one of the best way I just summarize the whole topic from the book, that is science book and year 8, and this is from the British curriculum we are discussing right now, and the author of this book is Tracy Baxter. I'll definitely mention each and everything in the description below, so you'll be able to understand that from which book we are covering the whole data. Thank you so much for watching, and if there's any question about this video, definitely you can ask in the comment section, and I'll check your comment and try my level best to answer your questions. Thank you so much once again for watching this video. Subscribe my channel. Take care. Bye bye.